lullaby. I'll write you a lullaby. To believe in, so write it down. I don't think that I'll close my eyes, 'cause lately I'm not dreaming. So what's the point in sleeping? It's just that at night, well, I've got nowhere to hide. Sleepless, this is my reply. I'll write you a lullaby. Thank you. Oh my God, there's a lot of you here. That's amazing. We've almost got 5,000 people in this room right now. That is incredible. Oh my goodness. I feel somehow more nervous doing this than anything. It's nice to have you in my space. And it's nice to be in yours. I'm going to do, this song was one of the more requested ones, which is crazy to me because it didn't actually come out on a record, but it was born of a tumultuous moment in our country's history, and I guess we're in another one of those now, so I suppose why not? It's called Last Straw, Arizona. This is the last straw, she said. I won't wait for you forever. While you run around like JFK, watch that poor girl waste the best years of her life. Be damned if I am going out. I will not go out that way. How we doing out there? Need sheet music for the quarantine. I know, right? It's I think it's hard to get anybody to make anything right now, but I think that's That's a vibe. I would love to do that. Oh my God, over 5,000 people. You guys are out of your minds. For those of you who are checking in now, who weren't aware, we sort of had the set list was boiled down from like the top most commented and liked requests in the feed. And we'll do another one of these. I was thinking about maybe like a B-side bonanza day where we do a bunch of the B-sides. But in the meantime, we're going to kind of stick with the list that we have here. Started with Hammers and Strings, which was the most requested of the whole bunch, and it's appropriate because I'm playing it on this piano. I wrote that song on this piano here, and I've been thinking a lot about my pianos these days, and I've been writing a lot about my pianos these days. This guy right here was the first, it was, I think, Warped Tour were the first dates that this piano played, and it went on to Come Home With Me, and I wrote Everything in Transit on this piano, and the last song I wrote on this piano before kind of packing it away for a little bit was Hammers and Strings, so I thought it was a nice choice to get to start with that tonight. This next one wasn't written on this piano. It was written in a town called Shoreline, Washington, when I was grappling with some ghosts, and found this song in this amazing little dungeon studio built into the side of a mountain overlooking Puget Sound. And I love it to this day. It's one of my favorites Sunday corporate songs. It's called Watch the Sky. Lost at sea, the radio's jammed, but they won't find me. I swear it's for the best, and then your frequency is pulling me in closer till I'm home. Yeah, I've been up for days, I finally lost my mind, and then I lost my way. I'm blistered, but I'm better, and I'm home. up my things, I'm good to go. You met me at the terminal. Just one more plane ride and it's gone. We stood like statues at the gate. Vacations come, gone too late. There's so much sun where I'm from. I had to give it away. I had to give you away. And we spent 4 days on an island at the family's old hotel. Sometimes perfection can be perfect, perfect. Hours pass and she still got some minutes that I am not there. I swear I didn't need for it to feel like this. Every inch of me is bruised. And don't fly fast. Can you help me? Can you make this last? This plane is all I got, so keep it steady now. 'Cause every inch you see is bruised. So I lace my chucks, I walk the aisles, I take my pills. The baby's crying, all I hear is what's playing through the in-flight radio. Now every word of every song I ever heard that made me wanna stay is what's playing through the in-flight radio. And I am finally waking up. Hours pass and she still got some minutes that I am not there. I swear I didn't mean for it to feel like this. Every inch of me is bruised, bruised, and don't fly fast. Bobby, can you help me? Can you make this last? This plane is all I got, so keep it steady now. 'Cause every inch you see is bruised. So read your books, but stay out late some nights. And don't think that you can't stop by the park. You haven't shown your face yet since the band. Well, I'm here to close my fingers crossed each night, 'cause your place isn't far. An hour's past, an hour's past, yeah, I swear I didn't mean that to feel like this. Every inch of me hanging on for dear life over here. Yeah, I mean, those of you who know that song well, which I'm guessing is most of you, will realize that I got to the bridge and was like, what the hell am I supposed to play here? And I think a valuable life lesson that I
took from that in the moment, which is sometimes when you don't know what to do, just stop. So that's what I did. I stopped. I waited until the chord came to me. I tried to sing through it, and I feel like we got through okay. I'll analyze the tape later, I suppose. It's great to see everybody. It's great to be here. I will say, I've sort of eased into the quarantine. I'm feeling like the last few days have felt a little bit more normal to me. I don't know about you guys, if you've gotten in a rhythm or not. God bless my wife, who is homeschooling my daughter, and I think for those of you who are parents out there, we're all going through it, just trying to figure out how to stay sane, keep the kids educated and entertained. And I'm thinking, I honestly had this thought, and you guys can tell me if I'm an idiot for this, but I'm thinking about doing like a story time at some point during the day, because, I know as a parent, when you have something like that's fun and educational or just interesting for your kid to do, that isn't like throwing on a movie or putting them in front of a tablet, like it can be good. And so I'm thinking about doing like maybe story time, and I'll bring Cecilia out and we can read a story to you guys. I don't know, just a thought. I'm going to keep this party rolling along here. I'm going to do a tune that is the oldest tune in basically any of my set lists that I do. It's a song about a place not far from here, and I want to say it's in El Toro, Lake Forest area, a park that is very much not a park, but that I think I found myself gravitating towards the name and towards this concept of what if I hadn't moved my whole life and kind of been picked up and plopped into new schools every couple of years? Would there be a place that I would go to time and time again to sort of think and put my thoughts together? And that was this place, Cavanaugh Park. Let's see how this goes. Cavanaugh Park, where I used to sit all alone in the dark and dream about things that I cannot say. You always said destiny blow me away, and nothing's gonna blow me away. Cavanaugh Park, used to get high, watch teams as they fought. That's not the right lyric, is it? I think that's the second verse. At Cavanaugh Park, maybe it is right? Tell me, is it right? Oh, where Dad used to take me to play in the sand. I got it. That said to me, son, one day you'll be a man. A man can do terrible things, yes they can. There was never any place for someone like me to be totally happy. I'm running out of clock, later shot, well, some things never do change.
sharp world, some things never do change. There was never any place for someone like me to be totally happy. I'm running out of club, I ain't a sharp world, some things never do change, never do change. There's a lot that I don't know, there's a lot that I'm still learning. When I think I'm letting go, I find my body is still burning. And you hold me down, and you got me the bed and the bags. You wanna pick me up, somebody clear the wreckage from the blast. Yeah, I'm alive, but I don't need a witness to know that I survived. I'm not looking for forgiveness, yeah, just need light. I need light in the dark to search for the resolution. And the bars are finally closed, so I try living in the moment. Till the moment it just froze and I felt sick and so alone. I could hear the sound of your voice still ringing in my ears. I'm going underground, but you'll find me anywhere I feel. Yeah, I'm alive, but I don't need a witness to prove that I survived. I'm not looking for forgiveness, yeah, just need light. I need light in the dark to search for the resolution. Light in the dark to search for the resolution. It's a long road back from there. Some stories I will never tell. And almost home. And you hold me down. Yeah, you hold me down. Hold me down. But I'm alive. I don't need a witness to know that I survived. I'm not looking for forgiveness. Yeah, I'm alive, but I don't need a witness to know that I survived. I'm not looking for forgiveness. Yeah, just need light. I need light in the dark to search for resolution. Light in the dark to search for resolution. Well, I need light. I need light. Light in the dark to search for resolution. Light in the dark to search for the resolution. Light in the dark to search for resolution. Cheers. That it's funny. Like I'll have these sometimes when I play, like just at the piano, sort of memories will appear as I'm going through the thing. And in the case of the resolution, the thing that strikes me the most about that song, like remembering about like the time that it was written in,
like I had gotten through my whole like health crisis, and I think at that point it had probably been a couple of years, truthfully. But it was I think the couple of years was like the fog of the whole thing had sort of cleared in one sense and then started in another, where it was like I was healthy and okay, but I was like just a mess mentally, and I was doing all these interviews for everything in transit, and I was on the road a ton. And obviously, the most interesting thing about me at that moment was that I had survived this like crazy disease, and I started to get really resentful about having to talk about it. And I think that's just natural. Like at least for me, it was just this thing where I would go into interviews, and it would be the only thing that people wanted to talk about, and I would get really angry. And sometimes I'd kind of cut it short or not be as kind as I probably could have been or should have been. And so I think when I started writing this song, I remember I was also like dealing with tons of writer's block, because I was just like I had my confidence was shot, and I remember sort of playing through the beginning of this thing, and I got through the first verse and I got through the chorus, and I was in my living room in Silver Lake, which we had this like beautiful view out off the top of this hill in Silver Lake in LA, and I wrote those words, and it was like this sort of saving moment where something finally flowed through me, because it had been so hard to get that into that sense of flow. And I remember I immediately picked my shit up and ran out the door, because I had a space in downtown with a piano and another rad view, and I was like, I'm going to finish this song, and I hightailed it out to my like the rehearsal space, this loft that I was renting in LA. And I finished the resolution. I remember when it was done, it was just like, it felt so good to sort of say that, like, I'm alive, but I don't need a witness. I think, in a weird way, as sort of sweet and poppy as that song is, it's a really defiant song in my mind. Yeah. All right, let's do, this is another blast from the past. This is a SoCo tune. It's a crime scene drama. It's called Me and the Moon.
It's
guys are amazing. I can't believe how many of you are in here. It's incredible. For the couple of places, not like gone out, or I've been out and seen like a handful of spaces, even around where I live, where we're like shelter in place, where people I just don't think are really appreciating the gravity of what's going on, and have it got me worried, and I hope that for everybody who's listening, like, after like talking to a couple of my friends who work in healthcare and doctors, they all seem pretty certain that like what we've got to do is lie low. And I know that that's really intense and sucks in some cases, but it can be really beautiful if you try to find the beauty in it. And I certainly am. And these situations where we can kind of connect, I will tell you honestly, for me, who is the least inclined to like get on Instagram and like share my life or whatever, I found that these hangs have made it easier to do what I'm supposed to be doing, and hopefully what you all are doing, which is like not getting close to people we don't know and sneezing on them, or hanging out in public parks 2 feet away from the next guy and all that crap. I mean, like, I want this over as soon as possible. I know we all do, and the best way to do that is just to like, do that social distance thing, whatever the hell that is. Like, did we ever think we were going to know those words, social distancing? But know them and live it, because like I want to be on tour when this is over, and the sooner this thing is over, the sooner I can actually come see your shining faces. And as of right now, it's looking like that AWOL tour, me and Aaron is gonna get rescheduled pretty soon after its original dates, if it all goes right. So we want to see you guys who bought those tickets and get to actually, I think the shows are going to mean that much more to all of us when we actually get a chance to see each other face to face. In the meantime, this has meant the world to me. I've got 2 more that I'm going to do, and then we'll talk about story time for the kids. Reading, try and lighten the load for some of you parents that are at home, and then maybe within the next week, like work on like a B-side bonanza set list, like 5 or 6 tunes that I can come and play for you that are B-sides, which will be really hard for me because I'll have to relearn all that stuff. But I'll do it, because what the hell else do I have to do? All right, I'm going to play a song for my sister because it is my sister Katie's birthday today. I've been fortunate enough to have so many more birthdays because she exists and because it was her stem cells that saved my life. And I wrote this song when we were in the middle of that drama together as a gift to her and as a thank you to her. And she is just one of the most remarkable human beings on planet Earth. I will tell you, my sister is like a badass fighter in ways nobody could possibly know. She has just overcome amazing things and has gone on to just be like so successful and such a killer, and and got married last year. I don't know. I could say it all day long, but happy birthday, Kate. I love you. This is for you.
And Katie, I'm sorry that in my condition your sunshine's been missing lately. I don't believe that it is me. Katie, be happy this world can be ugly, but isn't it beautiful we're not really here? Really not there. Yeah, I said we're not really here. Really not there. Really not there. Katie, the brave girl. I know it's only just started. Love you, sis.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for giving me a place to do this thing. Thank you for how many of you guys showed up here tonight. I miss you. I'll be honest. You know, I was taking a bit of a break to begin with, and was so anxious to get back on the road. I've made all this new music I'm super excited about. We just put the band back together with Morgan, this new amazing member joining us, and to lose that has really it's been tough. I mean, you know, people go through much worse, but it's brought a sadness for sure. But I'm so excited that there is a way for us in the middle of all this stuff to just to get with each other and hang out, and I am very much looking forward to the future, but also really leaning into this hanging and laying low. So yeah, let's keep it up. I'll ask for more requests again. I will be back probably in another couple days to do this, and then I'll be working on story time as well. Yeah, much love to all you guys. You're incredible. Yeah, I guess next will be B-Side Bonanza, I suppose. Be well, everybody. Take care.